Hi guys, welcome back to the Essex Rotary channel. In this week's video we're going to be showing you how to remove an FD fuel pump. In this week's video we're going to be showing you how to remove a fuel pump from an FD to check firstly what you've got in it. And if it's a standard fuel pump, we're going to be showing you in a follow-up episode how to upgrade it. So without further ado, let's head, it's kind of that way, let's head that way to the car and we'll show you what's what. So fuel pumps are a popular upgrade when you're looking to make bigger power with your RX7 FD3s. If you've just bought the car, it's always a good idea to maybe check what you may have in there so you know whether it's actually any good or not. Customer's car, we're doing some other work on it, so I thought it was an ideal opportunity to show you how to remove your fuel pump and basically check what you've got. So first thing we're going to do, obviously we've cleared the boot out, we're going to pull the carpet back. So with the carpet back, this is not standard. This looks like someone's put some aftermarket wiring in to essentially supply the fuel pump with some more reliable current, which is a good indicator that there may be an upgraded fuel pump in there. But let's go ahead, pull it out and see what we've got. First comment I've maybe got is that I've done the job is not the tidiest. Because first thing you want to do, obviously we've already disconnected the power from the battery, which is a definite when working on the fuel pump. We've also disconnected or opened the fuel flap and relieved any pressure from the fuel tank itself by releasing the cap. It's a good idea if you're working on the fuel system to actually just open the fuel cap. You'll probably hear it hiss. That'll be any pressure in there, especially if it's not completely full with fuel, and that will prevent the pressure pushing fuel back up through the lines when you're trying to disconnect them. So with a trim tool, we're going to carefully try and pop out one of these pieces. Essentially, we're going to remove this cover. That's one. Slide the cover across and out of the way. Okay, next, this grommet should normally be seated within this plate here. But obviously someone has done some fuel pump work. So the trim tool put to one side. We're now going to use take the 4 screws out, so to this end, which is just a standard sort of fillet screw. Take those and put them off to one side, because they're not going to get lost. Also, I believe that spare wheel well tray thingy-majig is the wrong way either. 3. 4. Okay. Okay. I'll try and move those out of the way for the moment. With that, we'll lift and rotate that. Obviously, I'd normally recommend popping this gland through the panel. So lift that off to one side, so we can actually get to the rest of the electrical connections. We'll take a look at these, get it disconnected, and then we'll look at actually getting the pump out. And so with the panel up and out of the way, carefully, yeah, we're probably going to need to sort some of this wiring out, but we've got the main power connector, which we're going to actually try moving that. There we go, that's probably a better way. Got the main power connector, we're just going to, there's a small tab this end, I'm going to push in and then wiggle it back. Sorry, the hands aren't great, but there's no other option, sorry guys. There we go. That's the main power connector off. We've then got a ground connector just here. So the in this one to release, you actually push at the front of the actual tab. Okay, and that will release the connector. So lastly, we've got a ground wire which runs through off to the relay. We might as well take it off of that tab. So I'm going to get a socket. So this small ground strap nut is a 7mm. Weird for a Jap car, especially in Mazda. Be careful not to, this one come off pretty easily because it's been off before. You shouldn't need to remove this on a stock setup, guys. But if you do, just be careful not to shear the actual nut or the stud. Let's pop that ground off. We're going to stow them off to one side. And with that done, we can then push the wiring harness back through the plate carefully. Obviously a stock one will be a lot simpler than this. Put that off to one side. And then we're going to move the wiring off out of the way. We'll take a look at that at a later date, probably on a follow-up video. Okay, with that done, we've got several lines coming off of the fuel tank. It's a good idea to mark these, so I'm going to go and get a paint pen. We'll mark which ones are which, so at least we know where they need to go back to. Also, the normal fittings on these are normally small Phillips head screws, but it looks like someone's damaged them before and put some hex heads in there. So we'll probably look at replacing all those with some nice stainless fittings that are not going to cause problems. Prefer sort of hex head fittings, socket cups or socket caps on those. But yeah, I'm going to grab some WD-40, give these a clean, and we'll get them marked up and removed. Okay, so we've got a paint pen. We're also going to use some cable ties. So if you've got another way of marking it, cable ties are a great idea. You can either use a number of cable ties that match each end, or in the case here, we can use different colours. You can either leave them on or cut them off once you're done. It's also worth noting, it's also a good idea to give the top of the tank a quick clean before you take any of this stuff out and expose any crap falling in the fuel tank. But what we're going to do first is we're going to loosen everything off. We'll then give the tank a quick blow down, so we know what's what, and then we'll look at removing the fuel hanger. So let's start with the 10mm, and I'm going to need another socket. Okay, the correct socket is collected. So again, we're just going to carefully loosen these off. We don't want to be breaking any bolts. Just loosen them off by hand. Remove the nuts. In this case, while they're sort of held into the brackets, the check valves, we're actually going to remove them and stow them out of the way so they don't go missing or fall in the tank. Those two out. So with that done, this one can actually pop under and out of the way. Let's hook that actually behind this lug here. Okay, this one's on a hard line, so we're going to have to remove this one further up. That one's actually pretty obvious, so we don't actually need to mark that line. So with a pair of pliers. Slide the clip back a little, or a lot. I'm going to take a correct size pair of hose pliers, give it a twist, and then just pull it away. Okay, that's one. So with that done, we can actually stow that back under out of the way as well, we hope. Nope, we're going to stay at this side, along with the other one. Okay, gives us these two left to take off. into the angle pliers again. Slide that down. And that one as well. With that done, we're going to take our coloured cable ties. Got some blue. I'm going to put a blue one around this end. Great. Try again. Put a blue one around this end. Actually, no, we've got 2 lines, so we'll use the red. Good job, I bought 3 different colours. And only needed 2. Put the red one down there. And cut the excess off. Always flush cut cables like this. And the other half of the red one, I'm actually going to put on the top or on the other end of the hose. So by doing this will, if we leave them on the lines, it will actually enable us to identify them in future quite easily. It's not easy trying to keep the camera in shot. That's the red. And we're going to use a white cable tie on the other line. Okay, with that done, we can then concentrate on actually removing the screws and, well, nuts. But firstly, I did say we're going to give that a blowdown, so that's the next step. Okay, so next, before we actually take these off, I'm actually going to take these off first. This is going to be the route we're going to take. So again, with the hose pliers, these are great. They're actually rounded at the ends, so they grip the hose without running the risk of damaging it. They normally come in sets of 3 of various sizes. So just by gripping it gently, get a little twist and a pull, we can just tease that line off.
Press with a thumb or maybe even a spanner, just hooked over to push away, can actually help. Even use the actual hose pliers in some cases. But let's carry on. Okay.
Well, the fuel line's off. Let's again tuck those up and out of the way. We will essentially be able to retrieve them, all that one we won't, but there we go. Right, next we've got the screws, which are quite loose by the feel of it. It's important with this to get a good screwdriver that seats, and these are a Phillips screw, not a posi. Much you push down. If you're at all worried, maybe one of those sort of the impact drivers, the ones you hit, are actually quite good at releasing these. Obviously don't hit it too hard because of the fuel tank, but next we'll loosen these 2 and then we'll take them all out. No idea what these are. They are a 7. Could have been worse, could have been some American size, which the British are responsible for, by the way, but okay, we're going to pop the screws out. Okay, I believe they're all out, so let's put the tools to one side. got the fun of actually removing the fuel hanger. So grab all the pipes, something, and just give it a small wobble. This one's actually quite easy to get out. Make sure we're clearing everything. You need to be careful of the fuel level sender. Actually, we're going to go and get some cloth to catch the fuel that we're going to drop. So lower that back down in there. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, bit of shop towel. Again, let's lift this out slowly. See, we've got the fuel level sender here. So it's a case of kind of manipulating it until we can get everything out without damaging anything. On fuel pre-filter. And the level sender. So essentially there we have it. We're going to take a look at this in the workshop now. And yeah, to the workshop. So upon closer inspection, it's a stock FD fuel pump. I'm just going to see if we can get. There we go. There's part number 195130-0782. So being a stock fuel pump, the guy's looking to go single turbo. He's also got a set of injected Dynamics 1050Xs and 1700s, ID 1700s, to go in a full function fuel rail. So we're probably going to need to upgrade this. In the meantime, I need to get on the phone to the customer. In the meantime, we're going to pop this back in, only temporary until we've found out what he wants to do. And yeah. So guys, with that said, obviously we've found there's a standard fuel pump in the vehicle. We need to speak to the customer at this point, find out what he wants to go with. And then we obviously need to order it in, and we'll follow up with another video on installing and upgrading the pump. Might even get some future videos on the fuel upgrade as well for you. In the meantime, don't forget to smash the subscribe button down there to stay up to date with all of the videos that we're putting out. You'll find us on social media, Facebook, which is Essex Rotary Specialists, probably just along there, Twitter and Instagram at Essex Rotary. You'll also find our main website, which is essexrotary.co.uk, just there. And our web store where you'll be able to order your fuel pump upgrade and various other parts that you may need for your FD, FC or FB, maybe an RX8 build, which is essexrotarystore.com. So with that said, guys, we'll catch you soon, and yeah, please stay safe. Right, before we go, I just want to mention we've released a brand new service on the website, a Premix monthly subscription service, where you'll get Premix at the beginning of each month, month in, month out. If you want more information, check out our website. Subscribe. Tighten these down evenly so they seal. nicely. Just going to pop these pipes back on. Just to seal the system back up at least.